Toratecha v'dabek lebeinu b'mitzvotecha ve'yached livavenu li'ahava ul'ira et shemecha. And on page 114, please rise for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. And on 116, we will join me in doing the Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chashecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinanton livanecha v'dibarta bam b'shiftecha v'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shakbecha uv'kumecha uv'kshartam liot al yodecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha tav tom al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha Leman tizkaru vasitem mitzvotai v'tem kadoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Emet. It seems this is working now. Is that correct? All right. Page 122 from Micha Mocha. Micha Mocha Balim Madonna Micha Mocha Nedar Bakodesh Norati Lot O Seifelet Norati Lot O Seifelet Yalla la 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 Yalla la 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 Yalla la bimba Ay 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 Yalla la bimba Ay Yalai bim bam. Shira Hadasha Shibhu Geulim Lishim Machal Alsfad Chayom Yachad Kulam Hodu Vim Luv Yomru Adonoyim Lo Leilom Vaed Hey Yalai Lai 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 Yalai Lai Bim Bam Yalai Lai 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 Yalai Lai Bim Bam Ay, 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 yalai, lai, bim, bam. Ay, 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 yalai, lai, bim,
Israel, Kumam Israel,
Ufadei, Kinumecha, Yehuda, Go on, Lein, Adonai, Shemo, Kadosh, Israel, Baruch Adonai, God, Israel. Sifatai Tita Upi Yakita Hilatecha Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'sofer Haskeah, Vot V'imahot, Umevi Gloa B'neihem, Leman Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Yizrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai B'chayei HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshiach Ma'ashim Harura, Umarim HaGeshem, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berafei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayei Umutato, Lishenei Nichamocha Yal Giverot Umido Melach Melech Nimid Umechayed Umatzli Yeshua V'ne'eman Atah L'chayot Hakol Baruch Atah Adonai V'nekadesh Kadesh et Shimcha ba'alam Keshem Shemakdishim Oto B'Shmei Marom Kakatu Ayad Meliecha V'kora Zev Ve'el Zev Ve'amar Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzivaot tachanatish, v'shivacha Eloheinu, mepinu lo yamush le'olam. Baruch atah Adonai, please be seated. As I step forward, I'm getting a buzz. So I don't know if that's volume or what. I'm going to have to step back. If you can't hear me, just try. Okay, so now before we do Yismachu, I'd like to read on page 132. Let's read together the second paragraph. Yeah, I tried that. Thank you. We'll probably have discussions during the week with the engineering and the sound staff. So I apologize for all of this. It certainly has been disruptive for me and not as smooth as I'd like this to be. So the second paragraph on 133 together. A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song in the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat arrives in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night. Eternity utters a day. And now let's sing Yismachu. Yismachu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismachu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei Shavi Shabbat Ulam Yisrael Echad Shabbat Yismechu V'malachutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Avi ratzita bo kidashto Shabbat Yibam Yamim Yotokarata Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat Zecher Lema'aseh v'reishit Shabbat Zecher Lema'aseh v'reishit Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. It's interesting, as often as we've sung this, I've never noticed the footnote on this page. Yismachu contains 24 Hebrew words said to correspond to the 24 hours of Shabbat. I find it fascinating. And on page 35, let's read together at the top. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories, glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. And on page 140, Sing Shalom. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, V'chein HaChesed V'rachamim Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'al Kol Yisrael Amecha, Barcheinu Yotzreinu Kulanu Ke'echad, B'or Panecha, Ki B'or Panecha Natata Lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Sing Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol Yisrael, Amecha. And please turn to page 244, Seder Kriyat HaTorah LeShabbat. No, wait, sorry. Just a minute. I have a little poem I'd like to read first, A Blessing, by Danny Siegel. May your eyes sparkle with the light of Torah. May your ears hear the music of its words. May the space between each letter of the scrolls bring warmth and comfort to your soul. May the syllables draw holiness from your heart, and may this holiness be gentle and soothing to you and all God's creatures. May your study be passionate and meanings bear more meanings until life arrays itself to you as a dazzling wedding feast. And may your conversation, even of the commonplace, be a blessing to all who listen to your words and see the Torah glowing on your face. Now, please. Ein kamocha me'elohim Adonai v'ein k'masecha malchutecha malchut kol ha'olam u'menshaltecha b'chol dor v'dor Adonai Ki mitzion tetzei Torah. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah. Udevar Adonai Merushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Just interested to see that it's rolled in the right place. Oh, this is a different one.
This is a different one. I think the one we normally use is the one in red.
Yeah, that's, yeah,
Is that close
it's
enough?
rolled, but this is a different Torah than we've been
Yeah.
using.
Okay. That's all right. The one we normally use, I think, is the one in red. Yeah.
There's
Okay,
a
it's-
Torah switch that's going on.
It's not going to matter because I'm reading it in English. So it would still be nice to have a gabbai up here, but I imagine I can swing this. We'll have two Aliyah. If you've got a book, we're at Genesis. I'm going to start at Genesis 25, verse 21. If you have a book in the modern plow, it's 173, and I forgot to write down the other pages, so, yeah. Genesis 25, verse 21. We have two Aliyah. We start with anyone who might have a yard site at all. Okay. Friend Chuck, your Hebrew name, please.
I'm Yehuda ben Josephi.
Okay.
Hu et Adonai Hamabrah.
Baruch Adonai Hamelech Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Very good, very good. Okay. In English. Isaac pleaded with the Eternal on behalf of his wife, for she was childless, and the Eternal acceded to his entry, so his wife Rebekah became pregnant. The children pressed against each other inside her. She thought, if this is so, why do I exist? So she went to inquire of the Eternal. The Eternal One said to her, 2 peoples are in your belly. 2 nations shall branch off from each other as they emerge from your womb. 1 people shall prevail over the other. The elder shall serve the younger. When the time came for her to give birth, lo, she had twins in her belly. The first came out reddish all over, as though covered with a hairy mantle, so they named him Esau. His brother following came out holding Esau's heel, so they named him Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when they were born. When the children grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the outdoors. But Jacob was a homespun man, keeping to the tents. Isaac favored Esau because Esau put game in his mouth, but Rebekah favored Jacob. One day when Jacob was cooking a stew, Esau came in from the hunting field. He was famished, and he said to Jacob, I'm famished. Let me gulp down some of that red stuff. That is why he was named Edom. Jacob said, sell me your birthright here and now. And Esau said, here I am going to die. What good is the birthright to me? But Jacob said, confirm it to me by oath here and now. Excuse me. So Esau swore it to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. Jacob then gave Esau bread and lentil stew. He ate, drank, got up, and left. Thus did Esau disdain his birthright.
Baruch hu et Adonai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tokenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. I'm up here for Deborah Fisher's mom. Rita passed away on Thursday at 95 years old.
Okay. Now, does anybody have something good to talk about? Simcha. Anything? Birthday, that's right. Anniversary. Good Thanksgiving. Bueno. Got some more people coming up? Come on.
Just remembered something important.
Doesn't have. It's good. That's important enough.
Elia Gedalia ben Chaim Rachmael v'Rachel.
Masha Miriam
Avram Meir and Shraga Yosef.
And somewhere within here, magically, I will hit the right spot. Borechu et Adonai Hamavarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Something good.
You're going to read first.
Oh,
right?
you want me to read first?
Yes,
Okay.
that would be helpful.
You're right, that would make sense. I'm over on chapter 27 of Genesis, verse 1. When Isaac had grown old and his eyesight had dimmed, he called his elder son Esau, saying to him, my son. Here I am, Esau answered. Look now, said Isaac, I have grown old, and for all I know I may die any day. So pick up your weapons, your quiver and your bow, and go out to the countryside and hunt me some game. Then you can make me tasty dishes as I like, and bring them to me, and I will eat, so that I can give you my heartfelt blessing before I die. As Isaac was speaking to his son Esau, Rebekah was listening. And when Esau went to the countryside to hunt for some game to bring him, Rebekah said this to her son Jacob, "Look, I heard your father speaking to your brother Esau, saying, 'Bring me game and make me tasty dishes that I may eat and then bless you before the Eternal before my death.' Now, son, listen to me, to what I am instructing you. Go to the flock and bring me 2 tender kids, and I will make them into tasty dishes for your father, such as he likes. You will bring them to your father, and he will eat, so that he may bless you before his death." But Jacob said to his mother Rebekah, "Look, my brother Esau is a hairy man, and I'm a smooth-skinned man. Should my father feel me, and I seem to him like a cheat, I will bring a curse upon myself and not a blessing." His mother then said to him, "Any curse that you get will be on me, son. Just listen to me and go get them for me." So he went and got them and brought them to his mother, and his mother made tasty dishes such as his father liked. Rebekah now took the finest of her elder son Esau's garments that she had in the house and dressed up her younger son Jacob. The skins of the kids she wrapped on his hands and over the smooth part of his neck. And she put the tasty food and the bread that she had made into her son Jacob's hands. Going then to his father, he said, "Father," and he replied, "Here I am. Which son of mine are you?" Jacob said to his father, "I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done as you told me. Pray get up and sit and eat of my game so that you can give me your heartfelt blessing." Isaac then said to his son, "How is it that you were able to find the game so quickly, my son?" And Jacob replied, "The Eternal your God made it happen for me. Pray come near me," said Isaac to Jacob, "so that I can feel you, son. Are you really my son Esau, or are you not?" Jacob approached his father Isaac, who felt him, and said, "The voice is the voice of Jacob, but the hands are the hands of Esau." He did not recognize him, however, because his hands were hairy like the hands of his brother Esau. And as he was preparing to bless him, he said, "Are you really my son Esau?" "I am," he answered. Isaac said, "Bring it near me, and I will eat of my son's game so that I can give you my heartfelt blessing." He brought it to him, and he ate. He brought him wine, and he drank. His father Isaac then said to him, Pray come near and kiss me, son." As he came near and kissed him, Isaac smelled the scent of his clothes and blessed him. "See, my son's scent is like the scent of the field, blessed by the Eternal." God, give you of heaven's dew, of earth's bounty, abundant grain and new wine. Let peoples serve you and nations bow down to you. Be a ruler to your brothers, and let your mother's sons bow down to you. May those who curse you be cursed, and may those who bless you be blessed. Just as Isaac finished blessing Jacob, at that very moment Jacob was in the act of leaving his father's presence. His brother Esau came in from his hunt. He too made tasty dishes that he brought to his father, and he said to his father, "Let my father get ready to eat of his son's game so that you can give me your heartfelt blessing." But his father Isaac said to him, "Who are you?" So he replied, "I'm your son, your firstborn Esau." Isaac now began to shudder, a shuddering exceedingly great. And he said, "Who then hunted game and brought it to me, and I ate of it all before you came? I blessed him, and blessed he will remain." When Esau heard his father's words, he broke into an exceedingly loud and bitter howl and said to his father, "Bless me too, father." But Isaac said, "Your brother came with deceit and took away your blessing." Esau replied, "Is he not named Jacob? Twice now he has cheated me. He took my birthright, and now, look, he has taken my blessing." And he added, "Did you not reserve a blessing for me?" Isaac responded by saying to Esau, "Look, I have appointed him your master, and given him all his kin to be his servants, and have supported him with grain and new wine. Come now, what am I to do, my son?" "Do you have but one blessing, father?" said Esau to his father. "Bless me too, father." And Esau cried and wept. His father Isaac then responded and said to him, "Lo, among the fat places of the earth shall your dwelling be, and with heaven's dew from above. By your sword shall you live. Your brother shall you serve, but when you move away, you shall break his yoke off your neck." Esau now bore a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing his father had conferred upon him. And Esau formed this resolve: the days of mourning for my father are approaching. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. When Rebekah was told her elder son's words, she sent for her younger son Jacob and said to him, "Look, your brother Esau is plotting to avenge himself by killing you. Now, son, listen to me. Get going and flee to my brother Laban in Haran. You can stay there a while until your brother's rage cools down. When your brother's anger turns away from you and he forgets what you did to him, I will send to bring you back from there. Why should I be bereft of the two of you?"
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah. Well, we had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We went to my sister's house, and my sister and brother-in-law's house in Huntington Beach. And both my sisters were there with their spouses. I was there. Our daughter Annie was there. Both my eldest sister's daughters were there with their kids, and which would be my great nephew and great niece. And also my youngest sister's son and his wife Katie, and they're expecting a baby. She's about 4 months away. So lots of blessings there, lots of family. Also my cousins were there. Just a whole bunch of people. It was wonderful.
That's great.
Well, we're expecting two. We're expecting to be married 37 years.
Oh, that's okay.
This week.
Thanks. While the Torah is still out, I'd like you to get ready for the Mishaberach on page 253. And if you have any names, go over on this side and you'll come up to speak the names. So let's do.
David Holub, Barbara Baranque, Sandy and Dan Lynn, Mary Marshall, Eric Winston, David Kroll, Sim Oppenheimer,
Debbie Simmons, Mark Booth, Kathy Booth, Eddie Coop, and our daughter Annie, who got a brand new iPhone 14 yesterday, and during the process lost several years of photographs that were on that phone because she thought it was backed up on an iCloud, but it was not. So she was really depressed last night when she went back to LA.
Sam Kamen, Abby Thomas, Carl and Leslie Sebastian, Jack and Bernice Sandbrand, Bob and Carolyn Johnston, Elaine Edelman, Jay and Gloria Harris, Ellen Kahn, Larry Krause, Adele Levy, Lee Levy, Herb Lubick, Sharon Ritter, Esther Rosenberg, Rhonda Schwartz, Fred Valfer, Sylvia Witterspan, Barbara Kruger, Ina Rosenthal, Ure, and Susan Zale.
Alberto Vaca, Chela Vaca, Bogdan Maderowitz, Judy Reed, Harriet Helsel, Fred Modell, Deb Frischer, all those suffering in our families, your friends, community, country, in Ukraine and the rest of the world that can use our healing.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
Although because of the technical difficulties we've had, the timing's been off a little bit today. It's perfect because Bert Lazaro just walked in for Hag B'Av. Couldn't be better. Thank you. In the bottom of 252, please. And in 256, Yahalalu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav shemo livado. Hodo aleretz v'shamayim vayaren keren li'amo tefillah lechol asido. Hallelujah. Joe Nalvin is delivering the drash via Gordon Glenn. Joe's got COVID.
No, Sally has COVID, but out of an abundance of caution, he's not coming here. Maybe if I swung this out of the way, I just had one mic on me. Okay. Should I stick it in my mouth while I'm at it? Okay. There are several memorable narratives in Toldot. Adonai accepts Isaac's and Rebekah's prayers, and Rebekah conceives. The twins, Jacob and Esau, struggle within her womb. Rebekah asks God why she suffers. Rebekah is told that she carried two great nations within her, and that the younger, Jacob, would be over the older, Esau. Isaac travels with his family to Gerar, then under the control of Abimelech, king of the Philistines. Isaac says that his wife Rebekah is his sister out of fear that he would be killed from those desiring Rebekah. When Abimelech discovers the lie, Isaac acknowledges it, and Abimelech berates Isaac, saying, "What have you done to us? The most prominent of the people might easily have lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." Abimelech warns his subjects, "Whoever touches this man or his wife shall be put to death." Isaac stays and thrives. Got the king behind you. Probably easy. The Philistines envy him. Abimelech tells Isaac, "Go away from us, for you have become much stronger than we." Rebekah connives with Jacob to fool her husband into believing that Jacob was Esau, thus enabling Jacob to steal the blessing that by cultural tradition belongs to Esau. Jacob had earlier coerced Esau into giving up his birthright for a bowl of lentils. Esau cries out to his father, "Bless me also, O my father." But his father Isaac can do nothing. "Your brother Jacob has come with deceit to me. He has taken away your blessing." Isaac blesses Esau, saying that he would live by the sword. He would be freed from his brother's supremacy when he grieves and humbles himself. Commentary. Today's modern reproductive rights can be interposed back into the Torah, back into Rebekah's experience of the struggling twins within her. Genesis 25:22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. A midrash. Rebekah speaks to Gabriel. As the light faded, Rebekah looked across the room. "Isaac," she whispered, "what are you doing?" He was years older than she was, and she was curious about his plans for them. "I am speaking with Gabriel, praying for help so that you may have a child, that I may have a son." Rebekah smiled and felt a warmth within her. She imagined their tent filled with the laughing and crying of a newborn. That was the way of life with God imagined for them, a life after being expelled from Eden, pain and joy. Several months later, Rebekah felt kicking within her womb. It was tumultuous, far more severe than the neighboring women described. The nights and the days were fearful. She was unable to cook for Isaac or help him tend the flock or gather even a single lentil for their daily stew. With each kick within her, she lamented, "Why am I alive? Why am I so?" Rebekah decided to speak with God. It was Gabriel who came and sat with her. "You have two boys within you. They will bring Isaac great pride. They will be leaders of great nations." Rebekah felt no relief, nor satisfaction knowing this future. "I have no need for Isaac's pride. I have no need for great nations." Gabriel gently rebuked Rebekah. "But it is foretold that your descendants will be as numerous as the stars in the sky. Look outside this tent. Look into the sky and behold the multitude." Rebekah pushed aside the prophecy. I have no need for the stars above. I only need the struggle to cease. Gabriel felt the pain that Rebekah felt. Mercy overcame the prophecy. What would you have me do, Rebekah? Rebekah squeezed out the words, knowing they would trouble Isaac, knowing they would be the dagger that Gabriel once held back from Abraham's hand. Can you remove these lives from within me? More of a thought than a spoken wish. Gabriel was firm, keeping the anger without. Yes, I can remove them, but I can only save one. And where will the one you save go? Gabriel's eyes flickered as she scanned the many prophecies that threaded through eternal time, from place to place over all the earth. I see aged farmers and their wives. There is a young woman that is ready to give birth. I can send one of your sons to her. Rebekah wondered about what might become of the boy. Gabriel could hear Rebekah thinking about this son. He will have a great descendant many years away. He will be called Alexander, a conqueror. What about Isaac's stars in the heavens? Gabriel looked deep within God's prophecy to the line of Abraham. It will be no more. You will have a daughter. She will marry and have many children, but they will not be Abraham's line. Isaac's name will be extinguished, and all the stories and books about those descendants will be rewritten. Rebekah thought about her decision and about her power to change the future. She thought about the pain within her. This was her choice, not Isaac's. And so the line of Hebrews was extinguished. No Torah was handed down to light the world, and Rebekah's pain was removed. The end.
Thank you, Gordon, and wasn't that interesting? Joe, thank you if you're watching, and I hope you are. Very provocative, which is something we'd expect from you. Please turn to page 282 for the Elenu. And rise. Elenu shapeach lachon hakol, lateit gedulah yotzer reishit, shelo son gedoyei hamatzot, v'go samechu v'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo son helkeinu kahem, v'go aleinu kedol ha'olam, v'anachnu gorim, u'mishnachavim u'lotim, lifnei melech malchei hamlakim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. Please be seated. Please turn to page 294. Thank you. One description of us at Dominion is something I've read before from This Is My God by Herman Wouk. And I'm paraphrasing. Almost all living Jews stand at a remove of no more than 4 or 5 generations at the most from observant Jews. Historically, Israelites who have discontinued the practice of the law of Moses have faded into the environment and lost their identity within a century or two. The attrition over the centuries has, of course, been enormous. The Jews who are left are mainly sons, daughters, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren of those who have kept the faith, preserving the chain unbroken through time, from the 21st century back to the sunrises of the human intelligence. With that in mind, I ask for names for those to honor so we can follow and remember today as we say Kaddish. Anybody want to say some names? Joe Oppenheimer, who died 2 years ago this November. Rita Frischer. Anyone else? Please rise on 294. Yitkadah v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yamad yivrach yirteh v'yamlik malchuteh v'chayichon v'yamechon v'chayidachon beit Yisrael v'agolav uzman kariv v'ru omer Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach v'yolam omer Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh v'yitatar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei v'kudashah v'yikud la'elah min kol b'rchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata damiran v'yamah v'yamru amen Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim alein v'yal kol Yisrael v'yamru amen Oseh shalom v'romah v'yonaseh shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael v'yamru amen. Please be seated. Announcements, please.
On behalf of the congregation, I want to thank Howard Hyan for leading services, Alan Endy for being our musical accompanist, Marty Stern for reading Torah, and Joan Alvin for a very insightful Devar Torah. Also want to thank everybody else who just showed up and lent your ruach, your voices, to this wonderful chapel service coming week after week after week. Next week, I will be leading services. Ellen Kahn will be reading Torah, and David Kroll will be giving the Devar Torah. I'm sure we're all looking forward to that. Please join us outside for the Oseh Shalom Circle and the Oneg. Shabbat Shalom.